Do you think I've not pressed the go live button properly? Look.
Go live. Yes, you pilchard. Press it.
Oh, you're joking. Oh God. Will all that I've just done, that preamble, go out?
Probably. Because you're recording. Can you see yourself on the YouTube?
Yes. I don't know whether they've, I don't know. Hello everyone. Apparently Julie's on the line. I don't know if you're getting the last 10 minutes of me talking or not. But I've just talked for 10 minutes. Absolute nonsense. I don't really know what to say. Because the thing is, I don't want to repeat everything I've said, because then you'll get, yeah? What?
You know what's in YouTube? On your YouTube, don't look in what's on YouTube is what they're watching right now.
This everyone is my technical help. It's Julie. Where's Julie? Look, hang on. Where is she? There she is. Look. I've monologued for 10 minutes. But do you know what? To be honest, it was quite depressing. So I'm sort of glad it didn't stream. Because it's been a really hard week. No, I'm glad, Julie, it didn't stream. Because I felt like I had to say about what's gone on this week. And actually, it's just too depressing. So do you want to say goodbye to everyone? Oh, wait. I don't know where the camera is. This is hopeless. Everyone say goodbye to Julie. Thank you, Julie.
Pleasure.
Guys, seriously, I've been talking for 10 minutes. And I'm just looking over here. I've said hello to everyone. This is hilarious. And then I said to Julie, should I press that button? And there's this thing here. There's the stream button. I just hadn't pressed it. And it does actually say go live. Everyone's saying hi to Julie. Fascinated to know what you've been talking about, Sarah. Yes, well, yeah. I just talked about the candle that I've just put in my window for the happenings of this week, and rest in peace, Sarah Everard, and all of the discussions that we've been having as women, and our safety, and the fact that perhaps we don't talk about it to the guys in our lives, because when we do, they're actually like, oh, what stuff's happened to you? It's like, yeah. So yes, but I went into detail, so I'm glad, because we don't need it. It's everywhere. It's in the press. It's everywhere else. And yeah, if you are in the UK, it's a nice thing to just pop a candle in your window tonight, just to let everyone know that we're all in that same mode of what we're thinking about, really. What a difficult week. No, I was talking about, I've had a really productive week. I've been doing the jazz album. I do that because there might be a couple of slightly more not R&B, soul tracks in there. Because I was looking at all the old jazz stuff and I was thinking, like, it's just been done to death, a lot of it. So yeah, I've gone down a little bit of a soul route this week. The lads don't know, Jack my bassist and Michael don't. I've just been laying down the pianos and stuff. But my other exciting thing is I'm writing a script. I'm writing a TV show, and it's got a bit of interest. And it's just all women. It's all middle-aged women. So obviously, because I want a part. So there we are. That's been my week, and it's been really exciting. Deb's Howlett, can you repeat it all? I was here at 8 o'clock. No, that you didn't hear me. You must just think I'm just like late every week. Astrid loves soul music, absolutely. Astrid, what's your favourite artist? I've been doing an Anita Baker track today, so that's been quite nice. Liz Brinklow, looking forward to my jazz album. Thank you. I'm so glad that it was because you hadn't seen me, because I just saw you all talking to yourself, and I felt like that person at a party that didn't know anybody, but everybody else knew each other. I was gonna quietly leave the room. that's made me laugh. Soul music. More info on the script. I literally can't tell you anything. I shouldn't have told you anything at all. It's just literally because I've taken the call this evening that we've sort of thrown out the fishing rod and it's caught and we're reeling it in. So yeah, I literally can't. I'm just too giddy. Karen Trillo loves Anita Baker. Anything Motown, Astrid, yes. Elizabeth Pounder thought you were being shy. I can be shy. I was going to say to Karen Ingle, because I was chatting about that, and she said, any sort of tips for lockdown? What are you doing, Karen Ingle? Are you managing to get out in the air? You see, the thing is now the daffodils are coming up, aren't they? And there's all a bit of spring happening in the grasses and the green spaces. And that's kind of my thing. I mean, I go running. It's a bit boring, but I listen to podcasts. So I've been doing 5K most days, which has sort of just cleared my head. If I don't run, I get what's called, well, what I call restless legs, you know, and they just feel a bit funny, and then I get grumpy. I feel a bit and a bit grumpy. So yes, I do need to go. Demi Lowe's laughing at me. Sam Cook, Louise, that's a good shout. Karen Ingle's going mad. Tell us a bit more, Karen. What's going on? Are you totally isolated, mate? Are you yeah, just tell us a little bit more and we can see if we can work it out for you. Neve O'Shea, almost running weather. It is running weather here. Where are you, Neve? Where are you? It's quite good on the Brighton coast. A bit cold, but the sun's been out. Lexi has now decided she isn't good. I'm sorry, Crystal. Lexi's on a little. I can't remember how old Lexi is. Has decided she isn't going to bed and is screaming at the screen, saying hello to Heather. Hello, Lexi. Hello. Imagine if I've got the wrong Crystal and the wrong Lexi, and Lexi's like 46. I'm going, hello. First bit of sun for Sophie Snape up in York today. Yeah, nice. How's the family doing? Great, yes. Family's good. Ellie's pretty stacked. As you know, she's a teacher. So they were essentially that first week having to do 1,800 kids 3 times, testing them all. And she had to timetable how that was going to happen. So that was a bit mad. They've already got one load of kids off because there was a positive test on day 2. So they got about 60 kids off. So she's sort of doing lessons in class, lessons online, setting work at home. So it's a bit mad, but the kids are all good. Annie's super thrilled to be back at school, although she was dog tired on Friday. She did say, because obviously homeschool was fun. I was doing homeschool. She used to whinge about that, but she said, we do so much more learning at school. There's not as much playtime at school with mummy. I'm like, well, there you go. But you were whinging about school with mummy. And now you have to do the full 6 hours. There you go. But she's all right, and Jessie and Lola are fine. They're just like torture me and harass me, really. I do feel quite harassed by my twins. I try to go and lock myself in the toilet to escape them sometimes, but they do manage to. They do seem to sort of push the door before the lock goes on, and then they'll just stand there. So that's quite tough. So it's been quite nice this week when everyone, the twins go to nursery on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So I shut the door on everybody and it was amazing. And I just stood in my hallway and just did that. You know, just the silence. It was awesome. And that's when I got like writing, recording and all the other stuff. So that's great. Michelle Wheeler's not been liking the windy weather. No, I haven't been liking the windy weather. I can't go on the seafront. I'd normally have a little cycle down there, because I'm a little bit back from the seafront, cycle down and have a run on the seafront. But there's no point. You're like that, up against it. You know, what's the point? Vicar Lewis says Lewis is back on Monday. It's Lewis's birthday, isn't it? Is it Lewis's birthday? Should we sing to him? I'll get my guitar up. Hang on. Listen, it might not be tuned. It might not be tuned. So this might be a disaster. If it's not Lewis's birthday, then this is going to be embarrassing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Louis. It's not tuned. Happy birthday to you. Big round of applause for Louis. Yay! Happy birthday, mate. Good. And look. It was you that got me this, wasn't it, Vicky? Hang on, where's the camera? Do you remember her? Was it you that got me that, Vicky? Because she sits up here on my speakers. Isn't she great? I think that was Elfest that I wore the all black with the pumps with the white bottoms and the sunglasses. I don't know. Anyway, let's put her back. Let's have a look. Oh, it is his birthday. Oh, I think he was 12 today. He's a young man now, Vicky. After 3 weeks back with us, can you see how much being back at school means to the little ones? Oh, Sarah, yes. Full classes every day. Sarah, bless you. Sarah Bateman-Jones is teacher. First true dog-free time since October. Oh, Louise Bolden. Why are you without your dog? Well, I hope it's not bad news. Happy birthday, Louise. Karen Engel, back with the mental health team, but I'm still positive. Oh, mate, we're sending so much love to you. Hoping you start to feel better, mate. That's really tough, and you know, if you've got issues with mental health, and then we're going into this terrible year we've had, because I don't think anyone has been untouched mentally by this year. So if that's really tough, mate. I send you all my love and hope that you can feel a bit better soon. Elizabeth Pounder feeling positive today. Had your Oxford jab. Boom. No side effects as of yet. Yes, do let us know how everyone's been getting on with that. I think they're on to my age range next. It's 40 to 49 coming up in Sussex soon. Although I think Ellie's going to just beat me. She's 40 this year, is Ellie, so she'd just miss out on the next wave. But I think the fast-tracking teachers here in Sussex, she had an email on Friday. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that we can go to a little place that we booked in Spain, all the family, for last year, that then they moved the dates to this year. And I'm thinking, oh, if we've both been vaccinated, will we get to go? I don't know. Jane C is starting a new job. What's your job, Jane? Oh, Louise, who had the dog, who now doesn't have the dog, who was a little shadow. I was hoping that there was a house guest. Went home today with a wagging tail. Oh, yeah, that's tough, Louise. Do you know we dog share? We dog share with Bungle now with Ellie's boss at the school that she's at, and her partner. They always have Bungle in the holidays and stuff, but when we had the twins, they'd have him a little bit more because it's hard for him because he's old now. He's 15 this year. So now it sort of went from them doing 2 weeks and then him coming back for a couple of months, and then them doing a couple of weeks and him coming back for a couple of months. And I would say now it's probably 50-50, and he loves both houses and both sets of parents. But it just gives him the respite at Ellie's boss's place, and they've got a huge garden and always has foxes in it. So even though his back legs are not great, if he sees that fox, he's suddenly like a 2-year-old pup again. You know, he's off. So that's good. But he does always love coming home, and the girls are so much better with him now. He doesn't, they don't pull his tail or anything like they did when they were like 1. But the thing is, once you've shared your dog with someone, my friends absolutely adore Bungle. I couldn't then just say, right, we're having him back now and you're never having him again. I felt bad. So we sort of agreed to do half and half. But yeah, he's an old boy. His eyes have got the white misty, you know, what do you call it? Is it cataracts? Would it be cataracts? His legs are quite, they give up on him sometimes. He's on drugs for those to make sure he's not in pain. And I mean, he's had a fair few teeth out. His breath smells quite choice. I will still kiss him on the nose, but he stinks. But we love him, so it don't matter. So that's it. Loads of love to Bungle. Oh, Madge. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I haven't posted pictures of Bungle. I don't know why. He said that, you know, now he's a bit older, he was just a bit self-conscious. I don't know why I've not. Yeah, Sue Robinson, perfect arrangement for Bungle. It is, and it's the right thing to do for him. I felt like it was a bit selfish. Me, obviously, I just want him here, but it can be a bit crazy in the house sometimes. So yeah, do a song about Bungle. I don't know what to sing. Oh, Meg Skinner, rosehip powder may help with his movement. Rosehip powder. He's got some quite hardcore drugs though, Meg. Is that more sort of, should I be doing that more than the hard drugs? I don't know, I just take the vet's advice really. Sophie Snake, my dog's getting older now, she sleeps a lot. Bungle sleeps so much. Yeah. Any more questions? Oh, Rachel Hunter's a dog walker, pet sitter. So many fur babies. Love them all when I don't have them, yeah. Oh. So I don't really have anything else to tell you other than that. Exciting script, exciting album. Oh, and obviously the tour dates. Yeah, sorry, I've sort of been putting out hints. Obviously, April wasn't going to happen. But I didn't want it to just be negative news. I wanted to make sure we'd secured venues before I sort of made the official announcement. And it was quite a push because when we first moved the April dates to September, we were quite quick and we felt good about that. So everybody who was in April that tried to move to September perhaps couldn't. When we moved to March, so all the people who couldn't get March, April moved theirs to September. So then when we went to try and get dates in September, there just wasn't anything. So that's why we've gone for next year. And also, you know what, I just feel like it just gives a bit more space, a bit more. Hopefully we've sorted it out. I mean, we can't be sure that gigs will be allowed in September anyway. I don't know. Does anyone know? I don't know. Laura Jane, I got home from work on Wednesday to find my dog had broken the cat flap and was waiting in the front garden for me. Do you have a beagle, Laura? They're quite bright and a little bit naughty, aren't they? What dog have you got? Any news about the HPC party? No, Harry, I mean, I honestly, nothing upon nothing can be planned until we know what's happening. It's just not worth it because I think we also spend so much time booking these things and sorting these things out, and then it's just, yeah, I mean, I don't see how we'd do it. I honestly don't see how we'd do it unless everyone's been vaccinated, really. Imagine putting you lot like 2 meters apart from each other. That's not going to work, is it? Can you imagine what the first gig's going to be like? It's going to be absolutely awesome. That's what I'm saying. This is the tour to come to. I'm going to throw everything at it. I'm even going to get some in-ears. I know. I've not been on for those at all. It just means that we get the monitor mixes rather than those big monitors. It means that all the track can play and da-da-da-da-da. So, I mean, we're going all out. We're going all out for next year. Something to look forward to, Debs. It is. Is here a possibility in September? Absolutely not, Martine. No, it won't be happening. It's financially, hiring out that holiday park is huge, and we buy the whole thing for the weekend. So, no, I'll be selling the house. Because the thing is, even if it was allowed, it's people having the confidence and the faith to turn up at a festival and feel safe. And you know, if we don't get people in, I don't fancy being stuck with the bill of that holiday park. So we just can't do it. Giz said most hotels are taking limited bookings. Elizabeth Pounder, when you come to Stockton, you can stay in my caravan on the drive, pretend you're on holiday. I will do that, Elizabeth Pounder, if you provide a pool. It can be just a paddling pool, but let's do it properly. You know, maybe put some inflatables in there and borrow your neighbour's kid's slide. I don't know. I'll be watching. Yeah, Helena Marin, that's a great idea. So a Zoom party would be fun. I don't know how we'd do that though. How would we do that? Would it be fun though? Are they fun? If everyone's talking all at once? Actually, let me know your thoughts on that. I think it would be more of what I did. Was it pre-Christmas where I did a gig just myself, just for you guys? I think it's probably more something like that where, yeah, I don't know. Any ideas are welcome. That's why we have these chats and stuff and just check in on each other. Yeah, just having a gig will be fantastic. Karen Tyler Trillo. Nikki Wade's got a hot tub, right then. I'll come and stay on your drive. How about hear her online? Or maybe, you see, you're making me think about these things. Madge, hear her online. I did do, right at the beginning, January, February last year, I recorded 5 podcasts of artists that we had at here. People like Red Sky July, Grace Savage. Yeah, there was a few people. And I did it as a podcast, but it was also filmed, multicam filmed. And the artist did a set, half an hour set, and we did a big interview. And I've got all them on my laptop ready to edit. And we just didn't put it out because the content, you know, it was a big deal doing this, and I didn't want to put it out without there being a festival coming up, because obviously it all sort of ties in and runs through to that. But I have been considering just putting those out and seeing what people think, regardless, because they're just sitting on my laptop. So in that sense, I could almost edit those together and do an online festival. They were very good artists. Yeah. What venue is the Manchester gig, Jane? I'm not really supposed to say. It's banned on the wall. I can't tell you it's banned on the wall. But they didn't want us to put the link up yet because they're having a full refurb. I don't know, you see, no one to say that out loud. Like, they told me, don't put the link up yet because they're having a full refurb. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I've just said that to you and I'm like, what difference does that make to anything? But there we go. It's banned on the wall. Yeah, so that's good. Let's have a look. Nikki Wade's got a caravan too, and she's got the hot tub. Elizabeth Pounder, I think she's just top trumped you. Any more quizzes coming up there? Huge fun. And I will get some more of those online. To be honest, I just was trying to get all the kids off to school, my wife off to school, and actually get cracking with some creative work, because they actually need quiet for that. And it's been just a bit full on. Vera Gooson's retirement celebration tour for me. Yes, Vera, you are retiring. After what I believe has been a very stressful year. Do you work in the vaccination thing, or am I getting that wrong? Please do let us know. Giz loves that venue, band on the wall, so do I. Wilma's saying yes to the podcast. Okay. Steph Evans has got a COVID jab booked for next week at the Brighton Centre. Get to visit one of my favourite seafronts that she's missed out on for months. Yeah, Manchester isn't far from you now, Karen Tyler Trillo, but Hebden Bridge is closer. That's practically Halifax. Sue Robinson, I don't have a hot tub or a pool. Would a bird bath do? Yeah, if I just wanted to bathe one butt cheek. Notice I said one. That's lockdown. Oh, I'm making myself laugh. Oh dear. Karen Trillo keeps forgetting where she lives. Don't forget where you live, love. No, don't forget where you live. That's not good. Any more questions? Hebden Bridge. I love Hebden Bridge. Do you know why I love Hebden Bridge? Because on a Sunday outside the pubs, it's either lesbians or bikers, but all sitting together having a pint. Hebden Bridge this is. Because the gay ladies like to retire to Hebden Bridge because it's beautiful. But they've still got a few of the sisters in the sisterhood around the place, you know, so that's perfect. And then all the bikers come because it's beautiful to ride their big bikes through beautiful countryside, and they all then convene in the pubs in Hebden Bridge. Well, that was certainly the case when I was growing up. Karen, you'll have to tell us whether that's still the case. It's quite eclectic and fun. Meg Skinner, I'd say come to us. You can start performing now, but getting here is the problem. Have a house and beach you can use. Oh, Meg, I'd be there in a heartbeat, mate. One of my best mates is moving back out there. She was Aussie, my friend Vivian. She goes in July. That's a bit of a heartbreak. One of my best mates, she's going back to Melbourne. Karen Trillo, I'm a northerner now. Sharon Devine, she's got a hotel. Has anyone got any more questions? Otherwise, I'll just sit here and witter, and then I bore myself. Saz is wanting to get back to Harrogate in the summer. Harrogate's beautiful. That was my first job there. Harrogate Theatre, My Fair Lady. I was in repertory theatre for 6 months. Who would you love to duet with? I don't know really. I actually don't know. I did one of my favourites, which was the Moye. Yeah, I don't know. I would have probably liked to have sung with George Michael as well. Lexi would like to know what your favourite song is in the world. It's tricky, but I think it's Purple Rain, Prince. I still put that on and it still does the same thing. It's that whole album. Favourite album is Rumours, Fleetwood Mac. If you have to go for one for all time, because you have favourites that happen here and there and everywhere, and you know, dip in and dip out. But if you're talking about ones that have throughout your life been timeless, it would be Purple Rain and Rumours, probably. How's Michael doing? Michael's okay. Yeah, Michael, my guitarist Michael's been, he's found that really tough on his own. He lives with his brother, I don't say on his own, but he's felt quite isolated. But we've talked a lot and obviously creatively worked together a lot. And then we did the online gig last month, but he really needed that. He's just been around people and creating and having a laugh and the banter. So yeah, he's all right, but he's very keen to stop. Any TV parts coming up? I've got a film coming out. There's a film coming out on the 23rd of March, I think, called The Lockdown Hauntings. It won't be my cup of tea. I don't like a horror film, but it was filmed during lockdown. It was going to have a cinema release, but obviously that's utterly pointless because they're all still locked down. So it's on some streaming platform. I'll let you know. But there is stuff in the pipeline TV-wise. But you see, I haven't filmed anything for a bit apart from that movie. So then I have to film it, and then let's just forget about it for now, because in terms of coming on screen, it's ages away. Would you say the influences in the content to write the content you do has changed? Yes, I've just written a song for my brother actually, called The Boy I Grew Up With. At which point my wife said to me, that's the least catchiest title I've ever heard. When you hear it, it's fine. It's fine. What job would you have done if you hadn't done the acting and music? Most people know my answer to this, and it's a marine biologist studying turtles in the Maldives, because I met that person, a couple actually, Don't think I'm rich. I just jumped on a flight to the Maldives and then got a really cheap room. A mate of mine said to me, if you just get the flight there, then they were cheap then. This is about 20 odd years ago. So if you just get the flight to Mali, there'll be people at the airport that just come up and say, you want a room, you want a room, you want a room. So I was like, right, okay. I was young enough to just take a punt, and I did it. And then we ended up on this like exclusive island called Nakachafushi, which you could walk around in like 5 minutes, and it had this sandbank that just went right. It looked like you were Jesus, like walking on the water. And there was like boxfish and night heron and sharks, and these crabs would fill the beach. I've never seen nature like it, right? I reckon this like, this was all inclusive, and it cost us 50 quid each a night, all inclusive in this. Seriously, there was about 12 rooms on this island. That was it. I hate to think what it would have actually cost, you know, from a brochure, but we just took a punt, and there was a spare room, and that was it. My mate was right. And we stayed there for a couple of weeks before going to Sri Lanka to talk, like to have a look around Sri Lanka. And I did. I met a couple who said we're paid to be in the Maldives studying turtles, and so they said to us, "Come and meet us at whatever time it was." It was like dusk. It's when they all come in, you know. And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." So we went. It was me and Viv who was going back to Australia. And we went to this beach, and you're sort of in the water, and we were in the water for like 15 minutes, and these turtles weren't there. I was like, oh, he's just talking shit, you know. Sorry, Lewis. But then suddenly there they were. There was like 20 turtles, 20, 30 turtles, just like swum up, like just all around us. And that was their job. So that's the long answer. I was like, this is ridiculous. Someone's paying you to be here. You're standing in this like beautiful warm water with a sunset on the equator in the Maldives with turtles. What's a joke? There you go. Have you developed any lockdown hobbies you hadn't done before? Yeah, eating. No, obviously I ate before, but like literally, at one point I just couldn't stop snacking. I've stopped now. I've sorted myself out. But I was just getting a bit bored. Any new hobbies? Podcasts. Oh, and I've been trying to learn Spanish since I was like 25 doing London's Burning. We used to learn it when we weren't needed on set. We had these CDs by someone called Michel Thomas, and he does all the Latin languages. He does Spanish, French, Italian, maybe something else, I don't know. So yeah, I'd done a little bit way back when, and then I just got myself this app called Babbel. And I paid for it, and then Ellie told me that there's one that's free, and that I didn't need to have paid for that. But anyway, because I used to play Candy Crush, and then it was that gem, what's it called? Another stupid one. And I'd waste, and I'd just waste my time playing a stupid game. So instead, I got this app, I got this Babbel. I want that little orange one there. Oh, hang on, that one, the orange one, right? And you can just dip in and dip out, and so rather than play my game, I might just do 10-15 minutes of that. So I'm absolutely adamant that I will be able to speak Spanish before I die. I can get by. I can book this and that, and but as soon as anybody speaks back to me, I'm like, okay. It just sounds so fast. Like we probably, yeah. So we'll see. What's the free language app? It is, Ellie just told me downstairs, Ingagogo or something. Shall I text Ellie and ask her? I'm going to just ask her because she told me her Spanish teacher at school uses it. What's the name? I'll just ask Ellie now, shall I? What's the name of that language app? What's the name of that language app? See if she gets back to us. She might be busy. What are you currently watching on Netflix? I've actually gone a bit old school. Something I'd got into, because we run out of stuff. I'm back on Better Call Saul, which was the prequel to Breaking Bad. So it's the lawyer, and we did watch a few, and Ellie never really got into it. I loved it because it's a lot slower moving than Breaking Bad. You have to be really into the characters. It's not like a thriller minute, but the characters are awesome. But now you see Chicken Man's turning up, and Gus and Mike and all these other characters from Breaking Bad are all turning up. Those really dastardly twins, the ones with the big cowboy boots. This is making no sense to anyone who hasn't watched Breaking Bad. And then me and Ellie, one day we were sat in the park and we couldn't remember why we fell in love with the name Jesse. And then it dawned on us, the lead character in Breaking Bad, who was a massive drug dealer, was called Jesse. I was like, we must never tell our daughter this, because we think that's perhaps why we liked it. Loretta Goat wants to learn German. Your honour is good on Sky. Thank you, Sarah. I'm always up for a suggestion. Helena Moran is trying to learn German. Karen Ingle, do you know what the girls have got planned for Mother's Day? No, they're 5 and 3. They won't do all. They won't. They'll do nothing. They did make us some flowers out of straws, Jessie and Ola, but they couldn't keep the secret. So we've already had them. So there's no surprise for that. Annie's done something at art club. She goes to art club on a Monday after school. So we'll get that tomorrow. And I might just do Ellie breakfast in bed. Yeah. Sweet, love Better Call Saul, very stylish. It is very stylish. Have you seen the Breaking Bad film El Camino? No. Thank you for the hint. Schitt's Creek, Deb's Howlett, literally the best thing ever. I felt grief when that finished. Just watched Devil, Sarah Otley. Yeah, Breaking Bad was awesome. Taryn Jeffers said, Breakout Kings is a good one. Criminals helping cops find bad guys. Right, well, I think we're nearly done. Listen, I think we're pretty much done. Listen, I'll be downstairs, just probably watching a bit of Better Call Saul. So if anyone wants to just send us a tweet to me or on the HP community, then do it, and I'll potter away and tweet you back and whatever. Yeah, we're all good. So lots of love to everyone. Yeah, I've got the live stream gig on the 27th of this month. It's quite exciting. I've got a new band member. I've got somebody new joining us that I'm not going to tell you about, but it's really exciting. Jack's back in the fold, so it's not just me and Michael. There's going to be 4 of us in the band for the 27th, and I hope you can all join me then. Lots of love. Thank you for the support. Take care of each other. Talk to each other. Anybody got anything that's worrying them or what's going on in their head? Make sure you speak to each other and check in on each other. And I'll see you real soon. Lots of love. I'll see you later. Bye bye.